There are 4 English teams in the quarterfinals, Liam. Is it a sign of the Premier League's strength overall, or perhaps the financial strength of the Premier League versus some of the other leagues in Europe, or just the quality of the teams and the managers that are doing the jobs right now?
Well, I think it's a bit of all of that, but definitely the financial power of the Premier League, has had a huge impact on the performance of the teams this year. You get teams who are hovering down near the bottom of the Premier League, who have more money to spend than a lot of the top German teams.
Yeah.
It's quite incredible. So that's going to have its impact without any doubt. I kind of fancied it to happen. I think in Real Madrid, we said before that they're in transition. Bayern Munich weren't the force of old, and the English teams are strong this year. And you wouldn't bet against any of them going all the way in the competition. We could very easily, if they managed to avoid one another, end up with an all-English final, as we did when Chelsea and Manchester United played in Moscow.
Yeah, very true, John. I mean, the English teams, I suppose, will want as much as possible to avoid each other in the draw tomorrow. But the odds are that we could get at least one all-English quarterfinal. Out of the 4 teams, who would you see as the favourites? If it is going to be an English winner, which one would you put your money on?
Well, you'd have to go with Manchester City and Liverpool, who are doing the stuff in the league, Andrew. But when we get to the knockout stages like this, it's difficult. Manchester United, come on, Spurs have done exceptionally well. It's very, very hard to pick at this particular stage. I mean, I think it's great for the Premier League to get 4 teams at this particular stage in the competition. It shows that, I mean, it's always been lauded as the best league in the world, and again, you say it has to be when you get 4 teams qualifying for the last 8. I would find it very difficult to pick a winner from it, to be quite honest, Andrew. It depends on Barcelona. They only got 1 team from Spain in it, but if Barcelona do what they normally do, that with Messi involved in it, then they'd be in with a good chance. Ronaldo has given Juventus an extra boost in winning it. It's good to see the 4 teams in it from the Premiership, but I wouldn't put my money on any of them at the moment, to be quite honest. I couldn't pick anybody. But
right.
But the form in the league, you'd have to go with Manchester City or Liverpool.
For sure. Liam, there's just before we move on to look at the Europa League games which are happening this evening involving English clubs, there's something nice or interesting happening around Ajax, isn't there? The way that they went to the Bernabeu last week, and traditionally a club that many people have a soft spot for because of the type of football they play and the players that they produce. It would be nice to see them go a bit further too.
Yeah, it would. The result in the Bernabeu was quite incredible, and as you say, it was down to the football they play and a lot of young emerging talent that they have in their team. Unfortunately for Ajax, they're a club now that probably every season they're going to lose 1 or 2 of their best players because they simply can't afford to keep them when the big clubs come a knocking. So. It's great to see, and they'll give anybody a game. But if you were in any of the English teams' position going into that draw on Friday, I'm sure Ajax would be a welcome opponent. You want to avoid Barcelona, or you want to avoid the other English teams, I think. So I think the draw coming up on Friday, people will be looking to get Porto and Ajax.
Yeah, probably.